So what I did first was I took black gesso, I took some purple, some dioxazine purple, and just coat all this area. Put this form in. Okay? Now, with that, you're just looking for the structure of things. So you want to make sure something's interesting. You've got something poking out here and there, and nothing should be necessarily totally straight. Okay? And then after that, it doesn't even necessarily need to be very dry, but go, put white into your mixture, and what you want to do is you want to start creating these highlights. And rocks are hard and tricky because light strikes them in very odd, strange ways. So, to get the forms right, you always want to be aware that, there are going to be lines that rocks follow where they're jutting out or they have cracks in them and stuff. And that's what you want to accent. So we've got that done. Notice down here I didn't do as much because I want that area to be darker. I'm going to have a little more green there too. And up here we're going to start putting in some highlights on our rocks, very much on their own. And as a general rule, anytime you add a white onto your canvas, you're going to want to use something in with that color. Otherwise it tends to have the effect of making a very boring highlight. So at the very end I might put pure white on here, but I really don't think so. If you want a pure bright white, try using white with some cadmium yellow. Be very bright. Remember, follow what you've already created. That was your little gift to yourself. You and I both know we got lucky when our paintbrush just happened to go somewhere randomly. But in the end, I mean, something made your paintbrush go there, so everything that you gave yourself earlier was for a good reason. I want to pull this ridge together a little bit more, so here we go. That looks a little better. Coming right on up over here. Nice, really good. Zing through there. And keep in mind, I'm not blocking in too much color. I'm trying to leave little bits of space and stuff because rocks have very angled faces. So there are parts that are very flat, but then immediately there are other parts that have a different angle and the light hits entirely differently on them. Just pick the parts that you want to come out the most. Those are going to be the parts that the light hits the most. Right on up here. I want all this to pop. And then see, I'm only highlighting the right side of the rocks because because the sunlight's coming from over here. And it's not going to hit this side. It's going to be hitting this side. And that's what I kept in mind when I painted this stuff too. I always kept in mind the ridge is going to be here. Here. The ridge isn't back over here. Okay. I might spray my paints a little bit. They're starting to dry. One little spray, that will do it. Okay. There we go. And this isn't hard. It just takes a little thought before you go and do something. And as I come back around here, things aren't going to be quite as bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more yellow ochre into this, maybe a little more orange, and I'm probably going to make more of a wash out of it so it goes on much thinner.